All right, I'm calling the Impact Advisory Fee Committee meeting of June 1st, 2021 to order. A physical quorum of the members is not present. However, pursuant to Section 70 of the Open Meetings Act, members are permitted to attend remotely as long as one member of the committee, chief administrator, or chief legal counsel are present, which we have. And pursuant to the Open Meetings Act, members may participate without being physically present in compliance with the established provisions. That being said, may we have a roll call?
Tutalski.
Here.
Hall.
Is that Paul Haas?
Hall.
Yes, Haas is here.
Snyder. Present. Best. Moore. Matano. Marinette. Here. Earhart. Davidson.
Here.
Miller.
Here.
I do believe we do have a quorum, correct?
I'm sorry, this is Marcy Schatz. I'm here as well. Sorry if I missed that.
For sure we have a quorum. Thank you. We do have a quorum. I'm advised we have no public comment. Might I have a motion to approve the Impact Fee Advisory Committee meeting minutes of Tuesday, May 4th, 2021. May I have a motion in a second?
So moved.
And by play, please state your last name. Who made that?
Miller.
Okay, a second by,
Second from Schatz.
thank you very much. Are there any changes, alterations, or corrections? All in favor say, oh wait, we have to have a vote, a roll call vote, please.
Miller.
Yes.
Tutalski.
Aye.
Haas.
Aye.
Snyder.
Aye.
Schatz.
Aye.
Moore. Matano. Marinette.
Aye.
Earhart. Davidson.
Aye.
All right, that passes. Thank you. Under Chairman's remarks, I want to thank everybody for participating. I know this is kind of a late day for time for a meeting, but everybody's schedule is really difficult lately. We're going to be approving today our publication dates, and we're going to have a discussion on the ordinance and fee schedule recommended changes. And with that, we will go into our amendment section 5 discussion, which is discussion of ordinance and fee schedule recommended changes. John, is that for you?
Yep.
All right,
So
thank you.
Wendy's got a presentation loaded up here. Next slide, please, Wendy. So can everyone see this?
Yes.
Thank you. So here, this is just a guide of what is required by state statute in terms of the, in order to adopt the ordinance or amendments to the ordinance, the CRIP or any land use changes. These are the same statutory responsibilities that we have for each one of those items. So this is just to give you an idea that typically speaking, we are required to publish notice in a paper of general circulation 3 consecutive weeks. And that not less than 30, but not more than 60 days from the date of publication, we will conduct the public hearing. And then there are similar requirements for delays and contemplation dates. For before the Transportation Committee and County Board actually get a chance to review it and approve it. But the statutes also mention that it really is your responsibility and the Transportation Committee's responsibility to approve, disapprove, or modify the ordinance. After upon review and upon hearing what the public has to say about the ordinance changes. So next slide, please, Wendy. So this is what the approval process looks like in a calendar view. So if we approve the final draft and final of the ordinance and the fee schedule, this is not saying that that this would be the final version of the ordinance, but it is the version that will go to the public hearing. And when the public hearing is done, if there are comments or modifications that need to be done, then IFAC will have another chance to make any changes after the public hearing as well, before it goes to Transportation Committee and Board on September 7th and 14th. Any questions on the schedule there?
So on the public hearing, it's all virtual. There's going to be actual nothing here at all or someplace else. It's all online. Is that correct?
We think that will be the case, and if it is not, then we will be sure to advise the committee.
Well, I think it's a great idea. So hopefully that's how it works out. It'll be easier for everybody just to have it online, have it be virtual, rather than have something set up and have 6 people show up.
Can I just ask a question of our state's attorney? So let's say the executive order is lifted. Does the ability to have virtual only meetings, is that in any way affected by the executive order in any way? Or does it have to be a hybrid? Do we have to offer it in person?
I think that there's actually more flexibility in terms of ADA when you have virtual as opposed to in person, that it's more accessible. So it wouldn't be an issue with ADA. In terms of the statute, I think as long as we publish it, as long as we put out notification and it's clear that it's virtual.
Okay, good. Good, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody have any questions on the approval process or the dates that are being suggested out there as far as, so we're looking at a next meeting of August 3rd, is that probably your feedback from the annual?
Yeah, I think that's right. So it looks like August 3rd that would be the next meeting after the public hearing in July, where we would consider the comments from the public, if any.
Right, we'll probably give it probably about 1 o'clock if we can get that date then.
Yes.
Rather than later. Okay, thank you.
Yes. Okay, next slide, please. Thank you. So just to reiterate some of the important changes that were part of the ordinance, we accommodated committee questions and issue with our demolition credits language. So we're adjusting the language to entitle the applicant to demolition credits regardless of who demolished the previous use. Use of funds, we're amending the language there to allow use of funds by other agencies tied to performance benefits to DuPage County highways. And so with that, what we're suggesting is that state and municipal entities may avail themselves of some of the transportation impact fee funds in the accounts that they are part of, as long as there is a tie to or a correlation with the benefits to DuPage County highways, and that has to be provable by the entity. So there will be some obligation on their part to prove that. Exemptions, we're codifying where waivers will be issued. This will be helpful not only to communities who are constantly, asking us questions about whether something is or is not accessible for impact fees, but it will also be helpful to the applicants, because when we integrate the impact fee process into our online application system, Excel, there will be a waiver process for impact fees. So that if you're just renovating existing space, for example, somebody can go in there and they don't even have to go through the process of filing an impact fee application, which is really time consuming at times, and they can get a waiver relatively instantly. Impact fee mitigation, section 20 is a new section. Again, it codifies the discounts offered for downtown area development near transit. We think this is a big benefit to communities who have metro stations nearby or who have pace routes. It's been applied in quite a number of different communities throughout DuPage County already, unofficially, but this makes it official. Mixed use development, TIF districts and discounts are applied, and we're looking at the affordable housing provision as well. and hopeful that Mr. Marinette can help us with that definition. And finally, the sunset provision, basically recording what it is that we're obligated to do or not obligated to do if the impact fee process goes away. So those are the important changes to the ordinance.
Hey, John,
Sure.
just a quick question. Sorry for joining a couple of minutes late. I apologize. Item number 7, use of funds, section 17. Do you have an example of what that might be? Something like that?
So an example of that where it is an impact fee eligible project. Let's say that state wants to come along and widen Butterfield Road at Eola Road, for example. And they, in so doing that, they improve the performance not only of Butterfield Road, but also of Eola Road. And so we could use impact fees to help them improve either the include new turn lanes at Eola Road, or to improve the through lanes on Butterfield Road. So there are a number of cases like that are possible in the upcoming years. Municipalities certainly do some minor projects where they might add a turn lane at an intersection, and I think those are probably good places to start.
Thank you.
Next slide, Wendy. In addition to those ordinance language changes, there are charge factors that we, for the rate table that we wanted to remind everybody that are occurring. We added some new categories, including things like home improvement superstores, pharmacy, drugstores, auto sales, many warehouse data centers, and high cube fulfillment warehousing centers. We consolidated some categories, and that would be like we consolidated some of the commercial office categories and the commercial retail categories. We updated most of the factors that were part of the calculation process, including the trip generation rates, updated those to the current ITE version, trip length, vehicle miles traveled by district, costs of adding 1 lane mile of pavement, and costs of acquiring property. So the impacts of all those changes taken together is mixed. Some of the consolidated categories actually see some improvement or lowering of impact fees. Some categories go up. The only one that's a really significant serious increase is the gas station with convenience market. That in the past we have actually taken separately and charged gas stations, which also have a large convenience market on it, with 2 separate categories. And so we've, in combining that, that updates it to the ITE trip generation rate. On the credit side, we've updated the state motor fuel tax credits and the county motor fuel tax credits, and revised what we call the ADT day credit. So that's the number of days of motor fuel tax credits that are full day credits that we provide in the equation. So with the MFT credits effectively doubling, that really offsets some of the cost increases due to the cost of adding pavement and acquiring property. So that's why you see some improvement in some categories and some getting a little bit higher. If you've had a chance to review those and you have any questions, I'll stop stop there and let you ask.
You done with your presentation?
I am.
All right, thank you. Is there any questions on the presentation that John just did, or any points anybody would like to chime in on? Okay, hearing none, I think we're going to go to number 6, which was an action item. I'm asking for a motion for approval to publish hearing dates on ordinance ODT-021S-89 and accompanying fee rate schedule.
Hoss, motion.
All right, Nate?
Schatz, second.
All right, thank you. We have a motion and a second. Are there any questions? Okay, may I have a roll call, please?
Haas,
Aye.
Snyder,
Aye.
Schatz,
Aye.
Moore, Smetana, Marinette,
Aye.
Earhart,
Abstain?
Davidson,
Aye.
Miller,
Aye.
Petrowski.
Aye. All right, that passes. Thank you. Next, we have old business, and I think we have impact fee annual reports. John, is that, you're going to be
Just
addressing?
advising the committee that the annual reports were published in the Daily Herald per statutory requirement, and we also have them online now on our impact fees website. So anybody interested can kind of go back and take a look through. We actually go all the way back, I think, to 2007 with our report. So if you're interested in looking at the history of the fees, you're welcome to look there.
All right, anybody have anything else under old business? If not any under new business, I'll just say we're looking at August 3rd, 2021 at 1 p.m. for our next tentative meeting, which is after our virtual public hearing. And anybody else have anything under new business? If not, may I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Snyder. And a second by Jeff.
Miller.
Okay, thank you. All right, roll call, please.
Snyder,
Aye.
Schatz,
Aye.
Moore, Smetana, Marinette,
Aye.
Earhart,
Aye.
Davidson,
Aye.
Petrowski,
Aye.
Haas.
Aye.
All right, thank you very much. We stand adjourned. Thank you, guys. See you
Thank you all.
August 3rd.
Yep.
Thank you. Thanks, Dan.
Thank you.